Have you ever felt like what you're working on isn't working? Do you question whether or not you should continue to work on your business or work on your podcast or work on your content? Do you spend time on your craft and when you don't get the results you want, you think about quitting? Because I personally understand what it's like to have a big vision for the future. And when the journey to fulfilling that vision begins, it doesn't go as smoothly or as fast as planned. But being in that situation, there is something that I've learned, which is what I'm going to be sharing with you today. And what I've learned is something that people learn either early on in their journey to success or much later on in their journey to success. And before I share what I've learned, I want to mention this verse in the Bible. In the book of Proverbs, chapter 14, verse 23, the verse says, "In all labor there is profit." And in reading that verse, there is a word that you and I must understand the meaning of, and that is profit. And the word profit means a valuable return or to advance in anything useful. And the reason why I'm sharing this verse is because, in my own experience, the reason why I don't quit my work is because I know that I will get a valuable return. In my journey to fulfilling my vision, I've understood that in all labor, there is profit. And there is a statement that Myron Golden mentioned in one of his YouTube videos. And he said that if something you are working on isn't working for you, it's because it's working on you until you become the person for whom the work can work for. And after hearing that statement that he made, when I understood that, it changed my perspective. And the reason why I'm sharing this statement that he made is because when you start working on something, whether that is a business or you are creating content on social media or you are working to build a skill or whatever it may be, you may not see the immediate growth you desire to have, but that doesn't mean you have to quit. And that's the option that many people go for. Many people quit instead of trying again. Many people quit when things get hard. Many people quit when things don't go their way or go as planned. Many people quit when they don't see instant results to what they want. Many people, they want to get to the finish line without having to run the race. And that's not how success works. And I understand that you may not be happy with where you are right now. You may feel frustrated or you may feel disappointed about the fact that you spent time recording episodes for your podcast and you don't get as many people listening to your content. Maybe you spent time creating products for your business and no one is visiting your website or no one is buying from you. Maybe you spent time practicing a skill and it doesn't look like what you are working on is going anywhere. But when something you are doing isn't working, it's probably because you haven't become the person for whom the work can work for yet. And it's easy to be discouraged by the outcome of the work that you are putting in. You may think that there isn't a gain in the work that you are doing, but let me tell you, while you are making content and you get little to no attention, there is profit. While you have your business, whether it's a product-based business or a service-based business, and you make little to no sales, there is profit. While you are creating videos and you don't have the best audio quality or you're not good at editing, there is profit. While you are working on anything, no matter how small or big it may be, there is profit. Because the profit doesn't just show up in your work, it also shows up in you. The profit shows up when you refuse to quit. The profit shows up when you continue to find what works, even when what you are already doing isn't working. The profit shows up when you have made a mistake and instead of allowing that mistake to bring you down or make you feel like you're a failure, you decide to learn from it so that you can do better next time. The profit shows up when you continue to put yourself out there, even if nobody sees you yet. And speaking of all this, it's interesting how in the Bible, God describes man as a tree. And by man, I mean both men and women. When you think about a tree, It doesn't start off as a tree, it starts off as a seed. And in the law of sowing and reaping, you don't sow today and reap tomorrow. When a farmer plants a seed today, he doesn't get a harvest tomorrow. When you plant a seed today, you don't get the tree tomorrow. The process of a seed becoming a tree is similar to the process of the work that you are doing. And you have a gift, you have a talent, you have a passion, and what you have is to be used to serve others. That is one of the reasons why God created you. That is one of the reasons why God created me. God created you for a purpose, and your purpose represents the tree, and you represent the seed. And when the seed that is you is growing beneath the ground, that is known as the gravitropic process. That's the stage where you're not good yet. That is the stage when your editing skills are still in progress. That is the stage when your communication skills with an audience, whether you are talking in front of a group of people or you are doing an online masterclass, an online webinar, a live workshop, your communication skills isn't the best. That's when the world doesn't know who you are yet. That's when you haven't become the person who can make the work work. And many people don't want to be in that stage, or they don't want to stay long enough in that stage because it's not always the most fun or the most enjoyable experience. But when a seed begins to grow above the ground, that is now known as the phototropic process. And many people want to be in the phototropic process or the phototropic stage because that is the stage when they start to get noticed by other people. That is the stage when money comes in or the success comes in. That is the stage when you are known and loved for what you do. But before you can be loved for what you do, you need to start somewhere. And that's the issue for many people. Many people don't want to start somewhere. They want to get to the success instantly. Many people, they don't want to start at the beginning stages of their craft. Many people are not willing to go through the gravitropic process. Not many people are okay with starting off bad at what they do. Not many people are okay with starting off with the little knowledge or the little experience that they have at what they do. Not many people are ready to go through the process or the journey to becoming better. But my question to you is, are you ready to go through the journey to become better? Because if you aren't ready to go through the journey to becoming better, what will you do when success doesn't come as quickly as you thought? What will you do if you don't have all the resources you need at your disposal? And so, let's say when you are recording videos or making podcast episodes, your audio quality isn't as professional as you'd like, or your first few videos are not as good as you'd like them to be. Maybe because you don't have the funds to buy a camera or to buy a microphone for you to record your videos or to record your podcast, you have to use your phone instead. What will you do if you get little to no support from others? Are you ready to support yourself all the way? Are you ready to address what isn't working and find another way to see if that will succeed? Are you ready to stop blaming the algorithm or external factors which are out of your control and instead look at yourself to find a solution? Look at yourself to make what you're doing even better. Are you ready to go through the process of becoming the person for whom the work can work for? Because if you don't go through the tough or challenging times to get to the good times, what foundation will you be standing on? If you haven't made mistakes, if you haven't gone through failures and learned your lessons, your accomplishments won't feel as valuable. If you want success without going through the process of getting there, what will you do when you come across future challenges? Do you know how to handle them? Can you face a challenge and be able to deal with it without allowing that challenge to bring you down? Because when you have overcome a challenge and you come across someone or you come across a group of people who are going through a similar situation that you went through, you will be able to teach them based on what you've learned and experienced. But none of that will be possible if you decide to quit. And to be honest, quitting is easy. There's a lot of people who have decided to quit their business. There's a lot of people who have decided to quit their career, whether that is a music career or they want to get into the film industry. And because they don't have the camera or they don't have the best editing skills to make their film look professional, they decided to quit. Quitting is easy, but not quitting, deciding not to quit is hard. And many people find it hard to continue on with what they are doing, many people find it hard to decide to continue to work on their work. But my question to you is, what decision will you make? Because I know that you want your videos to get lots of views and engagement. I know that you want to do well at a particular skill. I know that you want your business to succeed. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things. There's nothing wrong with wanting to get more views, more likes, more subscribers, or more followers on your social media platform. There's nothing wrong with wanting to be a master at a particular skill. There's nothing wrong with wanting to succeed in any area of life. But there's more to that. It's not just about achieving success. It's about being strong enough to handle the success and the vision even before you get there. But you won't be able to get there if you decide to quit. And what I'm trying to encourage you is, don't quit right before things start working, because what you are working on will start to work. And you're probably wondering when. Eventually. I can't tell you the exact time that journey will take. But what I can tell you is that if you refuse to quit, if you continue to show up, if you continue to find what works, and you allow the work to work on you, even when it hasn't started working for you, the payoff will be worth it. And I'm not speaking from a theoretical perspective. I'm not saying all that I'm saying from a textbook or from someone else's speech. I'm talking from personal experience. I know what it's like to want to quit. I know what it's like to put in effort week after week, day after day, and not get the desired results that I'd want to have. But I also know what it's like to desire to be more than what I already am. I know what it's like to see a bigger picture. And because I know that it is possible to get to that bigger picture, I put in the effort. I continue on my work. And you should do the same thing. You should go through the valley to get to the vision, and don't quit right before it starts working. I want this message to be an encouragement to you. I want this message to push you and to remind you to not quit on what you are doing. I want this message to bless you as you are on your journey to knowing your assignment, as you're on your journey to fulfilling your purpose, and as you're on your journey to succeeding in life. It is possible for you to succeed in life. It is possible for you to get the desired result that you want to have. It is possible for you to do better in your podcast. It is possible for your business to be another successful business. It is possible for you to do better at whatever it is that you're doing. But again, you need to go through the valley to get to the vision. And I hope that this message was an encouragement to you. I hope this message helped you. I hope this message blessed you.